Mabel, this technology gives us unprecedented access to the animal world.
You created a fake animal.
Yes.
Which makes the other animals think you're an animal.
Yes.
This is like Avatar.
We call it hoppers.
Hoppers?
So my name is Katherine. It's super nice to meet you.
Me too.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. This is my first day of press. This is the starting line.
That's
for all of it, which is
very
crazy.
exciting. How are you feeling?
Really good. Excited and just happy to be here, grateful, also incredibly overwhelmed. I occasionally feel like I'm drowning, but it's in a fun way.
It's okay.
So yeah,
It's the nerves.
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly. Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit more about your character, Mabel?
Okay, yeah. Mabel Tanaka. I always say she's just a firecracker, and she is someone who knows exactly who she is, knows exactly what she wants, and goes after it in whatever way she sees fit. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's maybe not the most appropriate way, but all she's just looking to get from point A to point B, and she cares. Yeah. That is her biggest quality, is just that she cares, and that drives her actions that are maybe somewhat questionable. But,
yeah.
The intentions are always good.
From a good place.
Yep. Yeah.
So you're saying your first word to describe her was firecracker. Uh-huh. So what kind of energy were you trying to bring to your character?
With the way that she's written, it's hard for her not to be kind of fiery or to not have that energy or bring that energy to the character. But I definitely owe a lot of the energy that you do hear to Daniel and to his exchange of energies in the room. He's so passionate about this project and about these characters. And so whenever we're recording, there's definitely points where I probably could have lost steam and maybe not given it my all, just because it gets taxing. Yeah. But when Daniel is there and really bringing the energy and trying to kind of get you to bounce off of him, it's hard not to, you know? So it was definitely an environment that was well equipped for that energy. And yeah, I hope it's apparent in the movie.
Yeah, so it's really good to have someone to kind of feed off of, especially if you're, you have to do so many takes.
Mm-hmm.
And
yep.
If this hopping technology was created in the real world, what animal would you want to hop into? And what do you think the first thing you would do would be?
So I would hop into the body of my friend, who's also an animal, and break up with her boyfriend.
Yeah, gotta get it done. Get it done. That's a great answer.
So yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah, that's honestly a great answer. I can see that being useful.
Yeah, right? God.
What do you think your most memorable moment from recording was? And did you have any days where you were I can't believe I just got paid to do that?
Yes. Okay, so the most memorable moment definitely was I walked in, this was maybe, I don't know, our 5th session or something like that. It had been a couple months since I'd been in, and I was like, how's everybody doing? Any updates, on the film, what's going on? And they were like, well, I think we completely, finished casting. And I was like, oh, awesome, any, fun people. And they were like, oh, we got this person. And they were like, did we tell you about Meryl? And I was like, Streep? And they were like, ah, yeah. And I was like, what? I was like, that just, didn't feel, so much of this didn't feel real. But, that was just, that's a weird joke, why would you say that? But it was real. So that was definitely the most unreal part, where I was just
that's shocking.
I can't even still really make sense of it. And then the second part of the question, there were sessions where I feel for 4 hours, all I did was grunt and moan and and do all of these noises of running and falling and yelling and all this stuff. And I'm I just yelled in a booth for 4 hours. And that's my job, apparently.
I know.
Hello! Hi! You're a deer. What's up? Hey, Rabbit! What's up, man? What's up, friends? What is up with all of you? Oh, hey!
I don't know how this is my job, but
I think voice acting, there's a lot of, extra sounds and voices you have to do that you wouldn't really expect, especially with on screen.
Yeah, you don't think about it. That I guess we do make sounds when we're running.
Right.
Or when I get hit by something, I have to make a noise,
Yeah. What do you think that people would be really surprised about goes into a film like Hoppers?
One of the things that I was the most surprised about was they are quite literally never are actors in the same room together. And I learned that the only time they did it was when they came back for Toy Story 3 and they had Tom and Tim in the room together. But other than that, literally never are people in the same room, which like fundamentally makes sense because schedules and blah, blah, all of this stuff. But when I saw the movie for the first time, I was like waiting to be able to tell. You know what I mean? And like obviously you can't tell, but I'm like, that's crazy. Like, why does it sound like we're having a conversation when we recorded that 6 months apart in completely different rooms? Like, that's insane. But that's Pixar, you know?
Yeah.
So when I came into it, they'd already been working on it for 4 years. So like, it was pretty, they knew, like the story was pretty set, so the characters were pretty like solidified.
Yeah.
And so I was just coming in to kind of like add some seasoning to the casserole. So yeah, no, it's so interesting being like jumping into a process like that where it's like, okay, you guys have already been here for so long and know exactly what this is. I'm brand new and now we're also going to be working on this for a while, you know, like it felt like forever until this was going to come out and now we're here.
Now
and
we're
it's
here.
great.
I know. And I think the process, I mean, obviously a live action movie can take a while with filming and, you know, there's just so much time that it takes. Okay, I have one final question for you. This movie, I feel like it features a lot of themes that maybe Pixar and Disney haven't covered before. Like I feel it's pretty modern, you know, technology and nature, and of course there's been themes like that before, but it's kind of unique. So what are some messages that you hope that audiences take away from the film?
I feel like the biggest almost surprise for me, because I like hadn't seen the whole film or anything until I got to, was just that like how much or what an emphasis there is on empathy and just like not just caring for others, but hearing what they have to say. And I just think that's something that's really beautiful and just something that not a lot of people talk about in general, you know, because it's just sort of something that's almost assumed, but then because it's assumed, so many people don't like think about it or learn about it or whatever that might be. And I just think, you know, if anybody walks away from the movie being like, I think I'm just gonna care a little more, like about whatever, you know. I think that's beautiful. That's my hope.
That is a beautiful message. Thank you so much for talking with me. It was really nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you.
Hoppers releases in theaters March 6, 2026, so be sure to look out for it.